You call yourself a Minecraft fan? You call yourself a Minecraft player? Well, here are things that if you've done, get out. 20 things you shouldn't do in Minecraft. Number 1 happens to do with the Enderman. Okay, first thing, don't play when you have your difficulty set to peaceful. So, there you go. Endermen! These guys, obviously you shouldn't look at them, but that's too easy of a thing not to do, okay? Everybody knows you don't stare at an Enderman because then he, like, comes and attacks you. But something that you may not realize that you should never, ever do with Endermen is use a bow and arrow on them. Endermen will literally always avoid a projectile. They will never be hit with a bow and arrow, no matter how good of a shot you are. Endermen somehow, like, always know how to teleport away before the arrow hits them. Number 2, and for the veteran Minecraft players out there, this will seem obvious, but to those of you who are new to the game, never mind with the wrong tool, okay? Certain blocks in Minecraft have a tool that is more efficient to use on them than other tools. Dirt, okay, that's your shovel. You try to use a pickaxe with dirt, it takes a little bit longer, and it actually hurts the durability of that item a little bit more. Same thing with stone or any ore, okay? You're not going to be using a shovel on stone. You should use a pickaxe on stone. It's way more efficient, it doesn't hurt the tool's durability, and some things like ores can't even be mined with the wrong tool. So don't be using the wrong tool to mine in Minecraft. The Minecraft horse. Majestic, strong, fast. And maybe you want a few more horses in Minecraft. The way to breed horses in Minecraft is to take something that is golden. Yes, golden. So like these golden carrots. Feed them to the horse, and then they turn on love mode. Now, you do need them to be tamed horses, so you can use wheat or whatever. You probably shouldn't be using all your gold things. To do that, where'd that other one go? Who do I feed? Did I feed you? Oh, yeah, I fed you. So there we go. So now we have 2 tame horses. We feed that one, and then they will make horse babies once they realize that they're just 20 blocks apart, and that here, go that way. Here's the thing never to do. Ever, never, do not do this in Minecraft, okay? Because golden food includes golden apples. Do not feed your horses golden apples instead of golden carrots. Golden carrots, easy to get, okay? If you have a villager situation with a farmer villager, the maximum trade that you can do with them is golden carrots. Does not require that many emeralds. You can get golden carrots easily using that method. But golden apples, on the other hand, not so easy. And don't you dare be using enchanted golden apples, okay? These things are super rare. There's no way to craft them at all. You have to find them inside of chests. And if you just fed this to a horse, it'd be a sad day. Very sad day, okay? Keep it to golden carrots. Having a beacon in Minecraft really kind of shows you're at the late game, okay? If you've gone and defeated a wither and have a beacon, maybe a super beacon like mine. That's right, 9 beacons, because 1 beacon isn't enough. But even if you have just 1 silly little tiny beacon, never, ever, ever use basically any of these materials to charge up a beacon. So first you gotta make the beacon, and you know what, if you want to use diamond or netherite or whatever, you know, it'll have like weird flex, but okay, you know, you flex on your friends with whatever you make the actual beacon tower out of. That's fine. But once you get in here, you gotta choose something that you want the beacon to do. You have to feed the beacon a resource, and you can choose netherite, emerald, diamond, gold, or iron to do that, and it does not matter. It doesn't affect the actual effect. It doesn't affect the effect with whatever you use. So basically always stick to iron, or if you have a good emerald situation with a villager trading situation, then you could do emerald. But why? Why would you use netherite? Unless you are in, like, creative mode, there's zero reason to, or diamond. I mean, even gold. It's like, come on. There's so many better things than iron is like free, okay? If you make one iron farm, okay, you have basically a free block. It's completely easy to use. So just use iron only. Now this next thing, I believe we're on number 5, is actually something I've done personally, and I felt so stupid after I did it. And that is to use cursed armor. Armor can have 2 bad curses on it: Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding. Curse of Vanishing, when you die, your armor will vanish. Normally you have all your items just like splat onto the ground or something. Well, not with Curse of Vanishing. Curse of Binding will bind that thing to the player, and you will not be able to remove that item. I'm in survival mode right now. I have this Curse of Binding pants on, and no matter how hard I click, I cannot remove my pants. This is the thing I did. I accidentally added a Curse of Binding thing on me, and it was like made out of gold. And I was like, why? Why did I do that? Because now the only way to get rid of it is to die. That is how you drop a Curse of Binding the armor piece, is to die, and then if you got Curse of Binding and Curse of Vanishing, well then you die with it on you and it vanishes. So never use anything that's cursed. Time to take this off. Next is something that is very, very specific, and it has to do with the parrot, and that is that you should stay away from feeding parrots one particular item: cookies. The deadly cookies. Cookies will immediately murder a parrot if you feed the parrot cookies. I say it's very unique. I said it was very unique at the beginning. There's no other creature in Minecraft that immediately dies if you feed it something. You could try to feed like a pig rotten flesh and it'd be totally cool with it. But if you click a parrot with a cookie, it dies super fast. It actually is given a poison effect called fatal poison, which like nothing else it's like the only time it's ever used in the game. And this is because when parrots were first being developed, you would breed them with cookies, but a Minecraft fan mentioned to the developers that chocolate kills birds. So in order to like train all of us who had kind of gotten used to like breeding parrots with cookies, now cookies kill parrots, and it's kind of like it's almost like an educational process. Okay, now you know, never feed a parrot chocolate, otherwise it'll kill it. It's kind of like with a dog. So wait, why if I feed a cookie to a dog, why doesn't it die? Okay, here we go. Eat it. How weirdly unique is that with the parrot thing? Anyway, moving on. I think we're on to number 7, and that is whenever you find diamonds, take this simple step to heart. Never, ever, do not just mine up the diamond. I got really lucky there. This is what should have happened. Diamonds and lava both spawn at about the same level. And so you can run into a situation where you see a diamond, but lava or a lava lake or a lava pocket has also spawned nearby, and that will completely eat up your diamonds. So the correct way to do it whenever you find a diamond is to mine all the way around it and look for those lava pockets before you mine any diamond up. This also helps because sometimes, but this is not very often, you can have a diamond that will spawn in this sort of situation. And if there was stone in the way and you went to mine the diamond, you would think you got all the diamond if you're in a cave, but there's diamond hiding behind some of the stone. So not only do you make sure that you're not going to have a bad day with lava, but you may also discover diagonal diamonds when mining around. And as you can see, this situation with a diamond being at the diagonal wouldn't happen if you mine all the way around a diamond. So do yourself a favor. Whenever you find a diamond, mine around it before you mine it up. The next tip happens to do with the dragon egg. Dragons, when you kill them, the first dragon that you kill will drop an egg. And this is an incredible trophy that you want to keep around in your world forever. It spawns right here at the top of the end portal to get back home. Now, if you try to mine this thing, and I'm going to do this in survival so I don't just break this, it will teleport away. So you can see that it has these particles. Particles go flying off. Oh, it looks like it went over here, and then it went to a new location. And there's basically no good way to mine a dragon egg. It's possible if you remove literally every place that it can teleport to, but that's like a total hack. So, don't be careless when it comes to your dragon egg, and make sure that you have a way to pick it up. And the easiest way to do that is to mine just below it. I'm going to just switch into creative mode because who can be bothered? And place down a torch. Just like with gravel or sand, if this falls onto an entity, it will break and it will drop an item of itself. So you can remove that block, it will fall, and you can pick up the dragon egg. No way to mine it with your hand, and you even have the chance of it like teleporting to the void or something like that. So definitely don't punch it a ton of times. Just punch it once to get it off of the bedrock, because obviously you're not going to put a torch underneath it and break bedrock. And then immediately put down your torch to get your dragon egg and keep it safe. Maybe an ender chest. Now listen, we've all been there. Start of a new world, you want to get mine, you want to do things. You don't have time to build a fancy base yet, but I would suggest never, ever, ever building a base out of dirt. First off, it just looks cheap. Okay, you look basic. But the other reason you should never build out of dirt is that Endermen can be griefers, okay? Don't build really any build out of dirt or clay or sand or, you know, rooted dirt or cactus, I guess. But Endermen can pick up a very limited amount of blocks. Here, I'll read them to you. Cactus, clay, coarse dirt, rooted dirt, dirt, flowers and fungus, grass blocks, gravel, melons, mycelium, nylium, podzol, pumpkins, moss block, red sand, sand, and TNT. Don't build your base out of TNT. That's a definite no-no. But any of those blocks, Endermen can pick up and move around. So maybe you have some redstone contraption with a dirt bridge. Well, the Enderman can steal that dirt and then it'll break everything. So make sure you're sticking to stone or a material not on that list so that Enderman won't grief your builds. I like you. Have a cake. Well, if you have a cake in Minecraft and you accidentally misplaced it and you want to pick it back up, be aware. I'm in survival mode right now, and if you try to mine up that cake, sorry, it just poop, it's just gone. It just disappears. If I use another tool like a netherite pick, nope, sorry. Okay, well, maybe I need that elusive silk touch enchantment. I gotta silk touch this thing to get it back. Makes a lot of, okay, no, that's gone too. Basically, the only way to have to move a cake is to eat it. In fact, that just makes it go away too. Just don't misclick your cakes, folks, because there is no way to pick up a cake once it has been placed down, even with Silk Touch. Speaking of Silk Touch, make sure these ender chests are valuable, man. They take 8 obsidian to make, or you can get them in the inn. But always, always, always use Silk Touch to pick them up, because if you don't use Silk Touch, it's the saddest thing. You think you're doing all right in the world, and then you use a non-Silk Touch pick on your ender chest, and it breaks the obsidian, and you know you've made a mistake, and you just it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. At least it gives you all the 8 obsidian back, but always use Silk Touch when mining up your ender chests. I guess the tip here is the thing not to do is to use a thing that isn't Silk Touch. That's what you should not do in Minecraft. It's just sad. It's just so sad. Tip number 12: never build your village on thin air. Wait, no, that's not a tip. The real number 12 is never, ever, ever use less than 3 bottles in a brewing stand. you get the other, if you're just putting in one bottle, it's ridiculous because you get the other 2 potions for free. It does not change the recipe at all. So you're just being super inefficient if you aren't using all 3 slots for your potions. You may not need them right now. Put them in a chest. Use them later. But definitely always make 3 potions at a time, not just 1, because it doesn't change how many ingredients you need to make that potion at all. Tip number 13. If you are in the Nether, never place a bed and click it in the Nether. It will explode. This is not fake. This is real. I'm not trolling you. In fact, it even says in chat, killed by intentional game design. And if you're confused about that, it'll show the bug report of someone who did this and then, you know, like submitted a bug report like, why do beds explode in the Nether? This is ridiculous. Nope, they explode. That is how it is supposed to be. So don't do it unless you're looking for netherite and using this as an actual technique, but don't do it carelessly. If it is early game for you and you are looking for a fuel source, do not use logs as a fuel source. So we've added 1 log into this furnace and we're able to get 1 chicken, and you'll see it gets to about halfway before it gives out. And same thing over here, it gets to about halfway before it gives out, except I put a plank in the second one and you get 4 planks from 1 log. So why would you ever use a log when it's literally the same amount of time that the furnace is going, but you get 4 times if you just split them into planks? 1.5 items versus 6 items right here. Now, even better is to kind of skip all of that altogether. And remember, you can get 6 of items out of the furnace. So take 4 logs, basically out of 7 logs. You can make all of this into charcoal, and then 1 piece of charcoal will furnace up 8 items. So this is like way more efficient than all of that stuff as well. But if you have to use a basic material to furnace, use planks. If you happen to find a mushroom island in your game, congrats to you. They are incredibly, incredibly rare. They also come with a very rare mob, the mushroom. Mushroom can be milked with a bowl and you will get mushroom stew as a result. But what you should never, ever do in Minecraft is shear one of these mushroom. It will remove all of the mushrooms off of the cow, turning it into a normal cow. This cow is just normal. It's not, there's no way to undo this. I can't feed this cow mushrooms to get it become a mushroom again. So never, ever, ever shear your mushrooms, because it's a one-way trip to cowdom for the crazy players out there. You can change a cow, a red cow, into a brown mushroom cow by hitting them with lightning. And I shouldn't have done this while in survival mode. That was a, oh, half a heart. If you find a spawner in Minecraft, never break it. This is a spider spawner, and while it may be annoying to deal with, you may be freaked out for your life, your Minecraft life, don't break this thing. It is way too valuable. One day, you may want to make this into a grinder, a mob grinder, a mob farm. Maybe you want some sweet, sweet string. Spider spawners aren't always the best, but if you find a skeleton spawner, you can get bows and bones to make unlimited bone meal. Zombies, you can get zombie flesh to trade with your villagers. Each spawner is incredibly powerful, so never break them. Yes, you do get a lot of XP for breaking them, but don't break spawners in Minecraft. Just light up the area, seal it off, and remember the coordinates, because you may want to build this into something epic later. I think we're on number 17, and that is to never, ever, ever make rabbit stew. Rabbit stew, on the surface, may seem pretty cool, okay? This will regenerate, will give you back 10 hunger. Now, that's a lot of hunger, and Oh, wait, here. Let me get even more. Okay, we're gonna try. I'm also at half a heart, so we're gonna try not to die. Show this off. Ah! Okay, we're at half a little hunger haunch. Okay, if I eat this stew, okay, we're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat this. Hiya! There you go. Look at that. Half of my food was replenished with just that one rabbit stew. Okay, that was 10 points of hunger haunches. And so that's 5 hunger haunches. But here's why you shouldn't do it. First off, rabbit stew, and I'll use the recipe book here. It don't stack. Okay. Yeah, you got the rabbit stew in your inventory. Okay, you're gonna have a whole slot just for rabbit stew. The other reason you shouldn't do it is, look at my hunger right now. I have 4.5 gone. If I eat a carrot, this will give me 3. If I eat a cooked rabbit, this will give me 5. And then this baked potato will give me another 5, which it doesn't show on the thing. It's the same. It's the same. Okay, if you just eat the raw ingredients that take to make up a rabbit stew, including the cooked potato, the cooked rabbit, and the carrot, that is the same. So you could just carry those ingredients around with you. You wouldn't have to worry about brown mushroom. You wouldn't have to worry about a bowl. And you wouldn't have to worry about them not stacking in your inventory. Rabbit stew just doesn't make sense. This next tip is one of those things that I just kind of hope that people don't do. Like, I hope that Minecraft made a good enough, like, argument never to do this. But never, ever, ever stick your raw ore into a furnace, especially in 1.17, okay? It used to be that iron, you'd stick in the furnace and you'd get the iron ingot as an output. And that's still true. But you could do the same thing with diamond ore. So if you had diamond ore and you put that into a furnace, the output is going to be a diamond, which, I mean, I kind of applaud their, everything is the same. Like, you furnace up iron, you furnace up diamond, you get the same result. But now, especially in 1.17, never do this. Never, ever, ever furnace ore. Ore is the block. Remember that. Ore looks like this. It's the stuff that comes out of the ground. If you happen to have a silk touch pick, that's how you get these ores. Don't put them into a furnace. Not only is this inefficient because you'd be using up fuel to get something out of the block, which you could just get from mining it with a pick. But the other reason is because these blocks can be a lot more valuable than the number of blocks. Normally it's like, okay, you got 4 diamond blocks, you could get 4 diamonds. Well, not if you have a fortune enchantment. Fortune 3 is the best enchantment that you can get on a tool, and with this enchantment you can possibly get up to 3 diamonds, or basically triple whatever you normally get whenever you are mining something. Lapis, you get a few lapis, so you get even more redstone, you get a ton of redstone. So definitely use Fortune 3 on your ores rather than putting them inside of a furnace. And in 1.17, this is true for all the blocks that this used to not be true for. So iron, that is now true. Gold, you can do the same thing. You don't get just the block back when you mine it up. So definitely never furnace your blocks of ore. Now, we're going to stick with this fortune enchantment for our second to last thing that you should never do. Right now, I'm underground with a fortune pick, and what you should never do is bring your fortune pick with you when you go underground and mining. If you're at the point where you have a fortune 3 pick, you are probably at the same point where you could have silk touch instead. And the reason you don't take your fortune pick with you when you go mining is because your inventory will fill up a lot faster with fortune than it will with silk touch. As an example, this lapis lazuli, I only picked a few blocks of lapis lazuli up, and I already have over a stack in my inventory. Same thing with redstone. Redstone would be really bad at this because all of a sudden the items expand because of the fortune enchantment. I'm not just picking up one coal here, I'm picking up multiple pieces of coal. You are going to run out of inventory space really, really fast if you are mining with fortune underground. Instead, mine with silk touch, it would just be the block that you pick up, then head home and use your fortune pick at your base so that your inventory doesn't become too cluttered. And last, but certainly not least, this is the thing you guys have probably been expecting the entire video long. The number one thing you should never do in Minecraft is dig straight down. Yes, it has become a meme. Everybody talks about it. You should never dig straight down. I have seen so many YouTuber videos about why you should never dig straight down, or oh my gosh, I'm digging straight down in Minecraft. Holy moly. In fact, it's become such a joke that some players may not even know why. Like, it's become the joke, but you might not even know why it is the joke that it is. So let's explain why. Inside of Minecraft, obviously, there are cave systems and there are lava systems, which you might accidentally mine into if you dig straight down. So right here is a great example. If you're digging straight down over this ravine, you would have no idea that it was there. From the perspective of the miner, of the player, you would not know that you were accidentally going to mine directly into a ravine. Hopefully we can get there, pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. And I died. And I was wearing netherite armor. It's even worse if you do that into a lava pool, because not only would you die, but all of the items that you had collected or had on you would also die. And the other thing is that this is such a simple thing to avoid. Let's stay here in creative mode. There is a way to dig straight down in Minecraft, but it is to use 2 blocks instead of 1. Minecraft is weird in that if you can basically be standing on 2 different types of blocks. There's a little bit of an overlap on which block you're standing on. So if I break this block, I'm now standing on this block over here. But if I was going to break this block, then I'm standing on this block over here. So you can use a technique where you dig down, but you're able to see what you're going to be digging down towards if you use 2 by 1, a 2 by 1 hole instead of just a 1 by 1 hole. And that way you know that you're not going to break into anything, and obviously you would be in survival mode using a pick, not just your hand in creative mode. But you'll be able to tell if there is a ravine or something that you're going to dig into. So using this technique with the same ravine, I would have been able to tell that there is a ravine in the way and that I need to be careful because you'd break through the bottom on one of your holes and you'd be able to see that there was danger. Maybe lava, maybe a big drop, whatever. But that is the way that you properly dig straight down. And that is my entire list of things that you shouldn't do. There is a lot more things that you shouldn't do in Minecraft, I'm sure of it. So if you think of something that you shouldn't do, please let me know about it in the comments down below. Let everybody know about it in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. Make sure you subscribe for future videos. And thank you so much to the members of this channel. Thank you, members who directly support me every single episode. You guys are incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.